So it's time for the inbox, and this week it's a pretty heavy day for the inbox. The mailman struggled getting up the hill and dropping these off. So let's fly through them, shall we? Starting off, we have Star Wars Bounty Hunter is out now on PC and consoles. It is, of course, if you don't know, is an older game that was created by Lucasfilm Games, and it's coming back thanks to Aspyr, who have had some misses recently, but this one, thankfully, it's been out for a few days now. It doesn't seem to be a miss. It's a pretty faithful reskin, or a reboot, a port, I'll say. Pretty faithful port.
Remaster port. There's some tweaks to it.
Yes. So here, let's get into it. So first of all, the game is out on PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch, and PC for $20 buckaroonies. So it has an updated camera system, modern control options, multiple visual enhancements, improved environmental textures, new dynamic lighting effects, and a new flashlight tool for navigating the galaxy's darkest places. So that one, we have a few Star Wars nerds in our chat, so check that out. And also, for anyone who's playing this on the PlayStation 5, where it was definitely meant to be played, there's several DualSense controller features as well. So that'll be fun to check out. Nick?
Sri?
Nick, do you like bare butt boxing? Well, do I have a game for you? Bare butt boxing is a pantsless physics brawler that is out in 1.0 on PC and Nintendo Switch. So it's a cosmically chaotic multiplayer brawler from AAA visual effects studio Twatara Games. God, what a name. So they've apparently provided VFX support for games, little tiny games like Fortnite. And now they're debuting their game. Like I said, it's going into Steam 1.0, and also is going to debut on the Nintendo Switch. So a rainbow of eccentric aliens duke it out in this physics-based matches to punch pantsless puglists. What the fuck? Into portals in 3-player local or 6-player online multiplayer. So now, honestly, it just looks fun, the gameplay, and also the name. I think I'm setting myself up poorly here to just say, if you have a name that I can ask Nick a question about, you're getting a mention on the podcast. So
yeah, this is starting to carve itself out into its own segment.
All right, so this one, honestly, didn't see it. Actually, here, Nick, do you want best for last or best for now? That's how the saying goes.
Best for now. Now.
Okay, so this one really piqued my interest. Maybe it'll pique your interest as well. So it's called Spectre Divide, and it is from Mountaintop Studios, and it's essentially a competitive tactical first-person shooter. So the game is built around this never-before-seen duality mechanic, which hopes to reshape the way players approach strategy in a long-overdue evolution of tactical shooter genre. So in Spectre Divide, you get into teams of 3 versus 3, and the duality mechanic essentially is intuitively keeps players engaged in a small team format. While there are 3 players per team, each player controls a Spectre, a second body, that they can freely swap between in real time. They hope to deepen Jesus Christ. They hope that this deepens the tactical options available during a gunfight, allowing players to protect both points in the game's take on classic attack, defender, bomb site, defusal, quickly recover teammates by switching to the body nearest to them, and more. Cool mechanic. I honestly, yeah, duality. I hadn't really seen this. If I was to describe this, I would say it's Valorant adjacent. It's a cel-shaded Valorant. Is Valorant cel-shaded? I don't know what that art style is described as, but honestly, it just looks really interesting, and I do like the idea of this 3v3, but it's also like, people have two bodies, and you can, I am interested to see how this feels, and in the hands of, if it's actually, if the duality thing actually makes a difference, you know what I mean? In terms of,
I'm curious if you can like kill the non-controlled body
yeah,
prior to like the controlled one, or if it's like one phase is out of existence while the other one is,
right,
active.
yeah, yeah.
Some interesting dynamics for sure.
And they say that Mountaintop Studios, that team has a pretty big pedigree with experience on titles like Counter-Strike Global Offense, Valorant, Apex Legends, Overwatch, Call of Duty, and Halo, which is pretty cool. So
A lot of multiplayer people there.
yeah, check it out. They have their first major stress test, or they had, I should say, their first major stress test on August 3rd and 4th. But right now, it's, we'll have to wait to see when more information will be coming out. It's still in development, but it's coming to PC at the very least. So that's what we know about that. Looks cool nonetheless. A quick shout out. I'd mentioned a few episodes ago a game called Closer the Distance. It's a slice of life sim, and it's already out on PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. I don't want to reiterate that because, well, we already saw it. Another quick hitter that we'll get to here is a game that we've actually covered a little bit in the past. You can find out more about it on respawnstation.com, but Impaler, the retro shooter that came out a year ago, maybe, I think, is going gold. Not actually, it's already gone gold, obviously. It's getting a gold edition in Impaler Gold. So Impaler Gold, to give you the rundown, Retrovibe, the indie game publisher known for its retro-inspired titles, and solo developer Aptivus have announced Impaler Gold, the most significant update yet to the fast-paced, minimalistic arena shooter Impaler. So this free update introduces new features and enhancements that will challenge and engage players like never before, along with and since it's released last year, so it was last year, Impaler has also received 10 substantial updates, adding new stages, enemies, weapons, upgrades, and other quality of life improvements. So now with Impaler Gold, that brings that all together and adds a brand new game mode to the game. And all of that is completely free for anyone who's already bought the game. So if you have Impaler already, you can get it. If not, it's available right now on Steam on PC via Steam and GOG. And here's a sweet deal on top of it. The game is $5, okay? $5 total. But if you get it within the first week of release of the Impaler Gold, you get a 33% discount, making it a whopping $3.34. So at that price, honestly, if it looks remotely engaging to you, I would recommend giving it a go. Second to last game we have on the inbox, or in the inbox, is The Mortuary Assistant. It is available now on PC, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. If you don't know already, just to quickly recap, grab your clipboard and embalming tools and prepare for new haunt events, cadavers, lore, and an endless embalming mode in the free update for PC and Nintendo Switch players, and for the first time, a PS4 and PlayStation 5 release, with Xbox One and Xbox Series XS launch expected as early as next week, though there is no exact time of reference for that. But the Mortuary Assistant, for those of you who don't know, is this really weird horror game where you play as that's upsetting what was on screen. You play as a person who works at a mortuary. Surprise, surprise. You get a call that you have to work a light shift, and then you go in, and then it turns out it's not what you expected. There's the spooky stuff going on. It looks really cool. I've seen a few people play this like on stream and stuff, and it was actually pretty intense. Some really creepy shit in this. So yeah, if you dare, go check it out and play in the dark, you cowards. It's, again, It's on consoles now. It's coming to even more consoles soon.
Yeah, Mortuary Assistant gives me the heebie-jeebies. So
The concept of the mortuary, or just the actual game?
the actual game, just
Wow,
like, it's just one of those games kind of like Amnesia that you look at it and you're just like,
God damn it. Yeah, yeah. And that's the fucked up thing. I feel like eventually someone's gonna ask for me to play that game, Nick, and I'm here to answer that call when the time comes. Last game on the list. Actually, here's a fun one, guys. Just to throw it out there, A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead, the video game spinoff of the Quiet Place movies, has a release date. It's October 17th for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. So there you go, a little fun one. But now, the final event, the main showstopper for this episode, is a game that I actually have had my eye on for a while. It's a cozy creature saver that is out now on PC and Xbox Series XS, and it's available on day one on Game Pass. It's called Creatures of Ava. This is from publisher 11-Bit Studios, who I absolutely love. Struggled saying that. And Spanish developer Inverge Studios and Chibig invite players on a breathtaking mission where essentially you are... to describe this very plainly, in layman's terms, this is sort of like Pokemon, but it has a heart to it. So Creatures of Ava hides a deep narrative co-written by Rihanna Pratchett that explores dueling themes of acting with empathy while learning that when you may need to let something go. Players take on the role of Vic, a young explorer who finds herself crash-landed on a distant planet alongside her companion Tabitha. During Vic's adventure, players will embrace exploration that focuses on taming and saving many creatures threatened by the Withering, while also ensuring the protection of the natural world. The world of Ava is wide open to wandering, helping a myriad of creatures, taking on side quests, and appreciating the beauty of Ava. So it's one I've had on like I said, I had my eye on for a while. It also has a flute playing mechanic, by the way. That's we don't get enough games that just randomly throw in a musical instrument. Shout out to Last of Us Part 2. So that's cool, right off the bat. And one of the reasons why I always love 11-Bit Studios is because they're just super, they're always giving back. It's super awesome to see. They did this during, multiple times. You can check out respawnstation.com to find out more about that. But, so along with this release, there's a DLC for Creatures of Ava. And so the DLC for both Steam and Xbox versions of the game, containing 4 WDC-inspired WDC. I want to make sure it's not World Developer Conference. It's Whale and Dolphin Conservation. I want to make that clear, just in case. It has 4 WDC-inspired cosmetic backpack trinkets that can be obtained as part of the game's digital deluxe edition or bought separately for $2.99. And all net proceeds from the DLC will go to protect whales and dolphins. So stuff like that, always cool to see. So check out Creatures of Ava. But with that said, that brings us to the end of the episode.